Hello, it's Emma Jo here from Lavinia Stamps, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I made this rather lovely card. And even better than that, there's a matching envelope too, which is great fun for the Christmas season, isn't it? Anyway, enough chat, let's crack on. So for these I'm going to be using the large Khadi papers, hearts and envelopes. I love this paper, it's handmade and it's lovely. It brings our colours out beautifully. So first I'm going to grab my Blue Lagoon and a Series 9 stencil brush. And we're just going to continue the blue theme with some blue atoll, just taking it down further into the heart. Okay, now line punch. We're just going to add this to the bottom of the blue atoll that we've just applied. It's a gorgeous colour, always reminds me of the Northern Lights. Moving on to Sundance. I've just literally applied some lightly lower down. And some confetti. Just lightly below that green. Okay. Now we're going to get our fan brush, load it up with some water and apply some splatters. Sit back and let the water do its work. You can speed the process up a bit by using your heat tool. You get your Woodside View and ink it up in VersaFine Clair Nocturne. So our first house is just off centre to the right a little, and we're doing it so that the two windows show, but the door is just off page. Okay. Another house. Just taking the ink off the corner of the roof there so that I can overlap our houses. And we'll do the same again for the last house. Removing the ink from that bit there. Now we're going to get musical notes and I'm going to ink those up in very Petty because I don't want these notes to be that dark, and just put them on a jaunty angle. And also take your mini North Star, ink it up in VersaFine Clair Nocturne and stamp it just off to the right in the darker of the blue. Lovely. So I have got a variety of the Kuretake Clean Colour Real Brush pens here. to complement the design. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my pink and I'm going to just go underneath the roofs, over that timber detailing. And around the windows. Take the yellow I've chosen is lemon yellow, and I'm adding and blending some of this yellow. Take your pale blue, which is light blue, and again go underneath the arches of the roof or the gable end, whichever way you want to think of it, underneath the windowsills, and add some shading down the right hand side of your building. Lovely colours. And then we're going to add some pale blue in the roofs. So I'm not colouring all of it because I quite like the idea of leaving some of that roof clear so that it could almost be snow. We could then follow that, you see, with a Posca pen. And this is a little bit of lilac. There we go. Now, what's next? We're going to grab our grey pen, and this is green grey, and we're just going to go up from the chimneys to the smoke. And I'm going to use a little bit of water on a watercolour brush to just move that smoke and create this lovely feeling of it being dispersed by the wind. And it's great to not have a straight line because I don't think I've ever seen smoke go up in a straight line. There we go. Now, take a Series 3 stencil brush, some Elements Ink Midnight Blue, and let's just darken this bit at the bottom here. If it helps, lift your heart up, load up your paintbrush and just run the colour along the raggedy edge of paper. Now, Kuretake Tambi gem colours. There are some lovely colours in there, but I'm going to go for this gold, and then we're going to apply that to our North Star that we stamped earlier. Add a little bit of gold to some of these roofs. Just a touch of gold gives it that Christmassy, festive feeling. There we go. Now, I'm going to add some stars to the sky. All right, so we're just going to drop some of this watercolour onto the blue. And we're going to get our white Posca pen now and tap that so that it looks like snow. Just add a little bit of white to the outside edge of the roofs. And then we're going to take some stickles. Now this one is called Holly, and it's got lovely red and green lights in it. So we're just going to add a little bit of that to the centre of our musical notes. For a little bit of sparkle. And also a dot in the windows. Pick 2 panes of glass and give them a little dot of that. It's so dark that you only really see it when your page moves. But it's lovely. Right, let's do a matching envelope. So make sure you've got your envelope the right way up, which is something I struggle with. So I'm going to get my Woodside View again and ink it up in VersaFine Clair Nocturne. And just stamp it so that I can see the 2 windows. Just on the bottom right hand corner. There we go. Okay, so remember those colours that we used before, the Kuretake Clean Colour Real Brush Pens? We're going to grab that pink again and just lightly colour, but paying attention to make it darker underneath the roof. Then yellow, pale blue, and lilac. I think I want a little bit of orange here, so I'm going to add it in. Now, grab the brush that you used for the Sundance and let's just add some yellow to the outside of it. So that's our subtle bit. Now we're going to load our brush up a little bit more and add more colour to the edge of this. Then we're going to grab our lime punch, and to the outside of that Sundance we're going to add some of this Elements Ink lime punch. Midnight Blue and a Series 3 stencil brush, and we're going to go around the outside of this envelope. Just this side is going to be touched with the Midnight Blue. Let's get those musical notes again. Ink them up in Very Perry and stamp them on a jaunty angle. There we go. And we're going to need that grey watercolour brush again to do the smoke from our chimney. Get your watercolour brush with a little bit of water and move it along. Load up your watercolour brush now with some gold and add some gold accents to your roof. We don't need too many, just enough to make it feel like a holiday season. And add some highlights to your windowsill and colour in your chimney. We're just going to add a little bit of holly stickles into the musical notes and turn it round, because now we're going to do the night sky. So I'm getting my Series 9 stencil brush, Blue Lagoon, Now blue atoll. For this one, we're going to use Stickles Gold, and we're just going to dot it in the night sky. Final touch, take your Sundance and let's just take that colour away from that green again. It needs some words, so we're going to put Blessed Harmony. I'm just going to find it on my Sentiment Stickers 6. Well, there's Blessed. And let's see, there must be harmony here somewhere. There he is. And pop those in the centre. And then I'm going to take my light pink watercolour pen and just go underneath and to the side of that word. Add a little bit of water to my watercolour brush and just go in to blend that out a little so it doesn't look like such a harsh line. And there we have it, my friends. A card and a matching envelope set. I do hope you've enjoyed making this with me. Thank you for coming along. I hope you've had fun. I certainly have. It's been lovely to have your company. If you've got any comments that you would like to make about this make, please pop them in the post below and I will do my best to get back in touch with you as soon as I possibly can. But in the meantime, my friends, you have fun and I'll see you again soon. Bye.